Okay, so if you are at home, here's what's going to happen. I wrote this up in today's announcement. At least I tried to. Let's see. Well, I'll do this up on it. So kindness week, all this week. Anybody wearing any sports gear so I can give you some bonus points?
I didn't even know.
Oh my goodness. I can always hook you up. I always have extras of stuff. So if you click on that link up there at the top, it just kind of opens up what we're doing this week. And this is actually not just Ponderosa. This is a lot of Douglas County high schools are all doing the same thing. So I've got sticky notes here. I'm going to give them out here in a little bit. Just write something kind to somebody specific or just kind of in general and drop it anywhere you want. You put it on a locker, put it on somebody's desk. One of your classmates, you can like leave it for somebody random that you don't even know. That's cool too. And like I'm going to give you points for participating all week long. Okay. Mostly in this stuff down here, because that's like the easy thing that I can just say, oh, they're wearing the right stuff. So I've got my Yankee gear on today. Spring training game started yesterday. So definitely in a baseball mode. But there's other stuff you can do, like tomorrow, adopt local, right? Eat local, write a good review, or promote their business. Wednesday is actually a letter writing campaign to frontline workers to give them the support for kind of sticking their necks out for the last year and being that front line of defense. So we're going to write letters to the people that work at Parker Meadows for anybody that's interested. Thursday, thank you, teacher. Hey, that's me. Hi, love you guys. Write a nice email, write a little letter, small gift, whatever you want. Starbucks, excuse me, I had to. I feel better now. And then Friday, when we're all at home, of course, we're not going to be here. So let's flood social media with just a lot of positivity and kind of getting us into that mode. I know, like Wish Week this year won't be kind of like it's always been. That's always like my favorite week of the year is Wish Week. So it won't quite be as exciting because we can't all like pack into the gym and go crazy. But who knows? We might be, fingers crossed, full in person sooner rather than later. At least those of us that want that might have that opportunity. So, and of course, you can always stay home if you need to. But this is linked right to today's announcement, so that's that. And I want to give you credit for participating. So if you're at home, put on a freaking jersey, take a picture of yourself, email it to me, and I'm going to give you some points for it. And you guys here, go home and do the same thing, and I'll give you some points for it. What's up, Jimmy?
Howdy.
How have your finger?
Oh, this has been like this. I worked on football.
A buddy of mine worked for Boar's Head, slicing meats and cheeses.
Oh.
The slicer,
like,
just the tip, but it was like, ooh,
have you ever been to Home Depot and you're like the beam?
Uh-huh.
My finger was in one of the holes and like it slid down. Yeah.
Nice. All right, so stuff you can do all week long, like big stuff. So take advantage of it. Okay. To do things that I think is going to benefit everybody separately the best. Cohort A and Cohort B are going to do two different things today. Okay, you guys that are Cohort A in front of me, and anybody that's full remote that's Cohort A, you're going to start your final project in class so that we have 2 full in-class days to do it, because I think that's all you'll need. You might not have to do anything Tuesday or Thursday. We could probably get it all done today if we get it going. You've actually already started, like you've done this this kind of thing before. We're just going to do different math lines. For Cohort B, you guys, even if you're full remote, you can wait until tomorrow to start this, or you can start it today. That's kind of up to you. But Cohort B, everybody, today can just be kind of like a catch-up, a wrap-up, a getting things done that you still have missing in the grade book. I think I'm all caught up with everything lessons 1 through 6 from Unit 2. And once I get them going, like I'm just going to explain the project. Once I get them going, you guys can stick around and ask questions, and we can work through lessons together. Like I will knock out examples with you while they're doing their thing, because they're pretty much on their own while they do it. So stick around. I'm going to talk through the projects. And of course, Cohort A, you'll want to take a look at that link, right? It says Unit 2 Final Project. If you're full remote, I would probably print it out. You can hand draw all stuff if you want, but that's that, okay? But Cohort B, stick around, because if you want, I will work through stuff with you. Now, Cohort B, if you are all caught up, see ya, goodbye, go away. I don't need you. I will see you tomorrow, okay? I'll give you the day off, okay? Come back tomorrow. You guys in front of me, take out a calculator, for sure, or your phone, and here's the thing. I really suggest, and this goes for everybody, for A, B, full remote, in person, whatever, download this calculator app. It is the graphing calculator, like the mine. Like it's, oh, I don't have it on here. It's on this one. It's like the physical one, but it has a really nice app, and it's free. Calculate 84. Beautiful. Yeah. It's free. Obviously, you have to use data to do it. So if you don't want to do that now, that's fine. But when you're on, calculate 84. I think it's one word. Absolutely, Caitlin. Sounds good. I'm off first if you want. I don't know if you are, or like I get to school at like 7:30. And we can probably spend some time doing it in class too, so that's fine. And then let me give you copies for the final project. Now, we did a research one last time, which was awesome. I wanted to do something that maybe we could do all together. Although all of your data is going to be different, we're all kind of collecting it together. It's kind of different. And so, I wasn't sure how I wanted to do this, so I started typing this up at 10 o'clock last night. And let's just say I put the laundry in at 1:30 in the morning. Let's just say that. But this thing is money. I am actually super, super proud of myself. It should be set up really, really nicely. Okay, here's the premise. Now, almost everybody was in this class last semester, but if you were not, even if you were in Sigmund's, you did this. Kyla, stand up. Come here. Hold your hand out. Thumb and index finger about 2 inches apart. 0 centimeters. When I drop, you catch it.
This is what we're
Remember?
that, yep.
Now focus. Catch it. Boom. We're going to do that 30 times. Okay? And thank you very much. Yeah. Vanna White. Very nice. My magician's assistant. That's what we're going to do. But we're going to collect data on our class and Sigmund's class, put it all together, and get like a huge set of data. So you're going to each do it 30 times. There's 30 of you. We're going to get 900 pieces of data. That's awesome. But all I need from you eventually, bottom left-hand corner, all I need is your average. Now, you're going to do the whole thing, right? But when you get some data to me, we're going to collect all of your averages, and we'll do a bell curve with them. So let's talk this through. Again, cohort A at home, you might want to have somebody to help you do this. And when I say might, I mean you absolutely need somebody else to do this, okay? So part one, though, hold on. Let's talk about the details, okay? If you have it printed out, right at the top, name. Okay, take out a pencil. Today's date, March 1st. What the hell? I cannot believe that. We have like 10 weeks left of school. It's crazy. Oh, and don't quote me on these numbers, but I think May 5th/6th, senior finals, last day kind of thing. Like kind of in that area, like the end of the first week of May. So for you guys, even shorter. Crazy. Today's date, March 1st. This is period 3. You guys are cohort A. What's up?
Is it true that we're going like back full in person?
So there is rumors that the board is looking at potentially offering the possibility, you hear all those words in there, of coming back either like right after spring break or potentially waiting 2 weeks after spring break and then coming back. I like the latter because then everybody that travels from spring break will then know if they have caught it and can get healthy before they come back. So, but we'll see. That's what they're thinking. But you can see Prob, Stat, Sigmund, and Rosemary. This is all of us working together, which is so cool. Unit 2, normal distribution, final project. This is not due until Friday, but you guys in front of me, I think we'll be done on Wednesday, which would be awesome. Okay, 70 points total. Okay, and you'll see in the far right-hand corner, you see all of the boxes, what everything's going to be worth, all the parts. Part 1, the question. What are we doing? And the thing, and I was trying to talk this through because statistics is definitely more new to me than a lot of other things than like calculus and algebra and trig and stuff like that. Stats for me was not something I focused on a lot in college. And I only really took a grad school class on it this summer, and it was an online summer class. I did about as much work for that class as you can probably imagine. But I mean, it was still math, so I got into it, but like I wasn't sure how to teach it yet. I wasn't sure how to do it. And a big part of like when we do statistics, a big part of that is asking the right question. And it's got to be like super specific if we want to like believe in the stats that happen. Like if we want to actually do the data, like here, I was talking with Siggy last night. Let me see. Let's see. What did she say? I've got like way too many messages here, but This is me asking a bunch of questions. Okay. Yeah, so the idea is like trying to get to the point where if you want to apply normal data statistics to it, you have to ask the right question. And if I'm collecting data on you, it can't be about anybody else. Like I can't say, hey, let's use your data and like make conclusions about the entire 2021 class, or about all of Ponderosa, or about all teenagers. It's only about Prob Stat seniors. That's it. And so what we're going to do is ask the question. And so write this down. You get 5 points for it. What is the average reaction time for 2021 Prob Stat seniors? This is only about you. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Remember that pencil I gave you last week?
Yeah.
Hey, I can't wait for you to like sharpen this thing down to the nub, right? Sharpen that yourself now. All right. So now, if you remember from last semester, we did one where we were distracted too. We're not going to do that as part of this, although I think that'd be really interesting to see what will happen. Hayden, my man, what's up, brother? We are starting our final class. Do you remember the pencil drop, or the ruler drop that we did last semester? We're going to do some normal distribution stats that go with that. Cool. And so at the top, once you're sharpened up, make sure you write down everything that's there. Okay, cool. Oh, the average reaction time. How about the word time? That would help. My bad. I said it out loud. I didn't write that. What is the average reaction time for 2021 Prob Stat? Right when we did our driving math, I think we did this. Okay. Now, we got to collect all the data. And that's what I want to get done today. I want to at least get part 2 done. I want to do all the drops and all the recording, okay? And so what do we need? We need this document here in front of you. And if you're at home, you can do it all digitally. If you are doing it digitally, share it with me right now. Because if you clicked that link, it made you make a copy. Okay, share it with me right now. If you're handwriting, you're working to submit this. We're going to need a ruler and another person. Partner up. We have an odd number, so somebody's going to be with me. Me and Kyla, okay. Whoever your partner is, write their name in that spot that says name. First name is enough. And go get closer to them, yeah. I'm going to get you a ruler. We have one, I think. Yeah. Boys, you got one. Boys. There you go. Yeah, I don't have one. Okay. So make sure that the top of this is filled out. It's got your name, the date, cohort, period. I mean, it's period 3, but this works for period 6 for Siggy's. And then make sure you write the question that is the easiest 5 points you'll ever earn in your entire life. What is the average reaction time for 2021 Prob Stat? Cool. All right. So in order for this to work as best we can, we all have to do the same thing. If we want to normalize the data, we have to take out as many variables as we possibly can. So here's the key. Estimating is a lot easier in the metric system than it is in the imperial system with inches. Right? With inches, we have to deal with fractions. halves, quarters, eighths, sixteenths. I think that's as far as this one goes. Yeah. But with centimeters, it's just 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, like it's just one decimal place, okay? And so when you set this up, you want to have the 0 side of the centimeter pointing down so that when they catch it, if they catch it, you'll just measure on the centimeter side. And that'll be the distance that the ruler has fallen in that time, okay? So you can be sitting or standing, but you have to rest your hand on the edge of the table. So I think it's easier to sit. Okay, so you're gonna sit somewhere or just rest comfortably. Dominant arm extended out, at least your wrist past. Okay, partner's gonna hold the ruler, and you have to line up the 0. Now you get to choose where the 0 is lined up. Do you want it exactly in the middle between your fingers, or do you want it visible at the top? Whatever it is, that's what you measure to. If you're lining up in the middle, then when you catch it, measure the middle between your fingers. You're gonna have to like open up and see where the middle is. Or you can just line up the top, and then whatever number is visible, there it is, okay? So your fingers should be about 2 inches apart. How big is 2 inches? About the length of your thumb. Okay, the length of your thumb is about 2 inches long. So let's use that because it's just personal to you. And do that every time, be consistent, okay? Without warning, your partner drops the ruler, vary the timing so they can't establish a pattern or some sort of rhythm, okay? More than 1 second, but less than 10, so it doesn't take forever. And as quickly as you can, catch the ruler. And you can focus, hyper-focus in, do the best you can for sure. Measure how far the ruler fell. Like I said, if you line up the middle of your fingers, then line up the cap to the middle. If you line up the tops, whatever. 30 drops. Okay, do your 30, then switch, do your 30. And then, I'll show you in the calculator. You just downloaded that Calculate 84 app if you've got it, or you can do it online, too, super easy. Mean and standard deviation. You first. Okay. So extend your wrist past, yeah, whatever's comfortable for you. So I think you were lined up with I'd say the 2. Okay, estimate to the nearest tenth. So if it was like 20.5, put 0.5. But if it was 20.4, put 0.4. We'll get more accurate data.
Hey, do we count the drops as 0 or no?
Huh?
Do we count our drops or no?
If you don't catch it, skip it. Yeah, no, redo it. What was it? Okay. It's going to take a little while to do 30 of them, but that's the number. That's what N has to be if we want good data. Let's say 21.3. Nice, Macy. I like that. Fake outs. A little wider. There you go. Nice. 18.5. I just remember doing this last semester. It was so fun. And I was trying to think of 23 points. I was trying to think of something to do. It was fun. I want to do something fun, man. I remember like going outside and doing the driving stuff. That was fun, and then this was fun. Oh, no, 25. I'll stop distracting you. I'll stop distracting you. I'm gonna focus up. That's 22.6.
You ready?
22.5.
Yeah, this is on me. Maybe I'll stand there and I'll have to drop.
10 to nice.
20 more to go.
25. No? Hey, what'd you get?
0.
0? Dang.
No, I hit my finger.
19.5.
Oh.
Oh, no. 29. Can we take a break and switch? You want to switch?
No, it's fine.
Oh, I gotta do my
Like just
30
not
anyway.
eating food.
Switch. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Click on it. I'm about to drop the other way.
Why would you even do that?
Bro, you literally go.
Well, use your other hand so that you can see the numbers. Like, turn it. You can see it yourself.
Well, when you drop it, low as average.
Mine's the 0.
Hey, you dropped it, and then I actually he dropped it, and I just like pinched it out. When I flip, it's 1-5.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Might be an outlier, but it is what it is. It's the database.
I'll do it again, man.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You're gonna be on varsity.
Varsity. Oh, what? One.
Yeah.
One. That was crazy. Outliers. Man. Go with it.
I gotta like distract you.
All right, so tell me stories. Hey, remember when we did that? Oh, here it is. That's more normal to people in the That's what we do it 30 times, not 5 times. Because that one outlier would screw it up.
Look at that.
I also have breakfast. That helps. You're sitting here starving.
Oh, yeah.
Shaking. Oh my gosh. Did you not run? You didn't run over it?
No.
Oh.
Okay, that's probably my fault.
I felt it like.
I was like, we'll redo that.
What is that? 3 centimeters.
You can drop it straight.
Yo, running around.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Drop it straight, Steven. Drop it straight.
Come on, gravity. Why aren't you going straight down?
Hold on.
Steven's like chucking it down.
The problem.
Oh my God.
Halfway. Yes, tired. 13, 1, 4.
2 left. You ready?
Oh, big devil.
It literally just dropped right through your fingers.
Feel myself start to shake. That's why you put your hand on the table so you're not like.
I swear, my son, I can't do it. He's caught 1 out of like the 25.
Yeah, well, Rosie got 1.
I got 0.5.
We have to catch 30 of them.
Yeah. I'm like this right now.
Then more. Cast a sanctioned ruler dropping. Final column, baby. Then I gotta get yours. You line it up, Shaky. My goodness. Bro, you keep Tyler Thornhill, MD heart surgeon coming in. Scalpel.
That's why I'm not a lot of years in school? No.
4 years. And then a 3-year residency.
Yeah. I'm not doing it. I'm only going in.
There you go. Here I am taking more classes.
You're taking 2 more classes?
Well, so in order for me to be able to teach the pre-calc stuff that I teach for college credit, I have to like gain a certain level of education myself. And so the Colorado University, when I was working with Denver, when I was you succeed, they're like, yeah, you're good, you have enough. But now ACC is like, nope, you need 2 more.
So how does it work as a teacher? You get like free schooling?
So not usually, but so DCSD has tuition assistance. Up until the pandemic, they were offering like, oh, do that again because I like flinched. Like that was like thousands of dollars a year you could do it. But with COVID, they stopped it. But Miss Gibson and I are the only ones that can teach you to succeed, and we're moving over to ACC. And now with ACC, like they're making me get more classes. If I didn't get those classes, I couldn't teach for ACC. Like I couldn't be an adjunct professor, whatever, call it whatever you want. But kids couldn't get college credit for taking my class. The DCSD and ACC have like a kind of a two-way street. Like they give and we get, like kind of thing. Like everybody gets a piece. And so they'd be missing out on a lot of money if they didn't pay for my school.
Yeah.
So DCSD is hooking me up with $3 grand to pay for my tuition. So they are paying for the classes. I just have to
just
pay
applied
books.
for
Nice. There you go. Oh, partners, college buddies. Sweet. All right, let's get these done.
I'll probably transfer to college, like university.
Right. All right, last couple minutes. Let's finish it up. And then I'll walk you through 22.5. Walk you through the new calculator app that I love. Somebody found in my algebra 2, and I'm like, it's like the same thing. I think it's just as easy as an online 150. But you can just go online and say like, calculate mean or standard deviation. Ooh, that was your best one, 13. And just type in the numbers, it'll do it for you. But I want to show you how to do it in the calculator. 15.5. Getting better. See, I knew the break would be good for you. Oh, best one yet. That like slips. Let's try again. I think we caught it earlier and it was I'm more.
Oh.
I have to like estimate like 0.3s for you each way on purpose, which is going to make the numbers really easier.
0.4.
Last one. I heard it. Like, I don't know if like skating across your middle finger or what.
0.
13.5. Beautiful. All right, boys are done. 8 make them there. All right, sweet. So what are the zeros? Caught it?
No, we missed it.
Oh, then do it again. Then don't count it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't count the zeros. So if you completely miss, don't count that one. Erase those and get some fresh ones. We want real numbers.
What where those are real numbers?
Well, but it wasn't really 0. It was like 35. But you have no idea, right? You don't know exactly how far it dropped. It didn't drop 0. It dropped a lot more. Yep. And I'm going to show you how to do it so you don't even have to like press the buttons. Like, what am I saying? Here, let me, oh, Let me share the screen. Yeah.
Would my standard deviation be 18 then?
No, that's your average. We're going to calculate the standard deviation. I'll show you to do it. I'll show you to do it. I got you, Steve-O. I got you. So that calculator app is going to save us all of the work, which is why I wanted to do it. All right. All right, again, calculate 84. Download it if you want. It's going to make your life so much easier if you do. While people are finishing up, folks at home, anything I can help you with? We can also work on stuff when you get here too. I'm cool with that. Okay, cool. All right. We'll let Macy and Aiden do their thing. But I'm going to show you an easier way. So you don't have to actually add them all up by hand and divide by 30. But if you've already started, you can keep going if you want. But I'm going to show you an easier way, because in the standard deviation, you're going to have to do it again anyway. I'm going to save you a whole lot of trouble. Okay, calculate 84.
Not really.
But we'll let everybody get ready.
So like, would we be allowed to use this calculator on the test?
Well, with me, yes, but like SAT, unfortunately not. But with me, of course, as long as you keep your phones like flat.
Yeah.
I just want to show you how to use it.
No, that's cool. I don't even know about that.
Me neither. Like I just found out about it. I was like, there's gotta be a free one that doesn't infringe on somebody's copyrights. So. Right?
Yeah. Was the calculate like the calculator X thousand?
Was this the same kind of thing?
Yeah, it was similar. This one's better.
Yeah, I like this one.
The other one was
Absolutely.
I'm just saying. That's a smart idea. Yeah, I think she writes. Next.
Right. Then so ready? All right. In your phones on this Calculate 84 app, because man, this is gonna make your life so easy. Ready? Ready? Calculate it. Okay. It's not going to look exactly like this, but the screen like this should be the same buttons in the same spot. What class? What class is this? What are we doing? This is stat button. That's where all of the statistics stuff is going to live. Okay, so we click on stat. Okay, now what we have to do first is we have to give the calculator these numbers. Okay, and everybody's numbers are going to be different, so we're all going to do this separately, but we're all going to do kind of the same thing. And because the calculator needs all that stuff, that's why this, like out of the 3 folders that are here, edit, calc, and test, edits first. And the first option is edit. Okay, perfect. Like that's the one I need first. Now, yours is probably empty. Okay, so stat edit is where we're at. Mine, I've got stuff in it. I got to clear it out. I got to get rid of my L1, my L2. So I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to press clear, and then enter, and it's just going to get rid of it. Don't press delete, because watch what happens. If I go up there and I press delete, look what happens to L1. The whole thing's gone. And I need list 1. Like that's my first list. So if you make that mistake, stat, option number 5 is setup editor. It will save your bacon and put L1 back. Okay, so L2, I got to get rid of that. Okay, cool. Now, in L1 and L1 only, because we only did one experiment, we just did it 30 times, write down all of your numbers. Pressing enter after each one. So for me, 20 in L1, yep, so 20.5, enter. 17, enter. Write every number and press enter after. Press enter again because you're in edits, which is perfect. So stat, edit. It should take you to something that looks like this. And you just write in all your numbers, pressing enter after each one. Takes a minute. But it'll do the mean and standard deviation for us. In fact, you're going to see, and I'll show it to you, it does a heck of a lot more than that. So for those of us that are at this point a little tired of Google Sheets, like, I get it, cool, I know, we can do everything, cool, let's show me something else. Here it is, here's something else. Because this is probably something that if you had a graphing calculator, you would use if you didn't have, like, you know, the web in front of you. Because, man, you could just, like, you can go to Google and type in standard deviation calculator, and it's going to give you 100 options. Probably 100,000 options for online calculators or whatever. But this, at least you have it on your phone. You can be offline while you do it. And if you did it correctly, and you press enter after that last one, at the bottom it should say L1 31, because you're at your 31st spot, but it's, of course it's empty because we did 30. And if we were comparing, like, yours to mine, then, like, maybe you put yours in L1 and mine in L2, and then we could compare the two. But if it's just one set of data, so we just put it all in L1. I don't know. I think this goes on forever. Like, I think you can put in as many as you want. At least lots and lots and lots. But 30 is enough. I'll give you a minute to finish up typing. And we did great. We're gonna finish this up for sure, and maybe we can even start part 3 a little bit, but we should have enough time on Thursday to do part 3. Now, the last page, that last physical page dangling there, is if you wanted to do standard deviation by hand. But my goodness, 30 times you want to subtract the value, and then 30 more times you want to square it, and then you want to add them all up, and then divide by n-1, and then take this. No, I don't. You can. I made it for you. I made it all nice and pretty, all grayed out. You add them all up, it's right there, but I like this with it. Okay. Once you have all your numbers in, I still see some click clacking, so I'm gonna let you finish. If you're click clacking on something else, stop click clacking. But get those 30 numbers in. Hopefully you typed them in, right? If you wanted to review them, you just press the up arrow, and it'll take you kind of back through your list in case you wanted to be sure, like, oh, I forgot a decimal. Because you don't want to, like, think, oh, I put in 20.5, but it's 205 because you forgot the decimal. That would screw something up. So you want to be pretty conscious of that. Okay, cool. So I'm good. I'm ready. You guys look ready. Press stat again. So that stat button right there. Now we want to do some calculations. So I'm going to press the right arrow. So I'm in the calculate folder. And look what option number 1 is. One variable statistics. And that's what we're doing, right? We only have one list of data, so we're only looking at one kind of experience. Press enter. Now, in a fancier calculator like these 84 pluses, you can, like, pick which list you want and plug a whole bunch of stuff in. We're good. It should say list L1. You can arrow down to calculate and then press enter. Did it just go right to the answer?
No.
What do you got? Oh, so then press enter. Press enter.
Again.
Yeah.
Why showed up like press enter again?
Right. Oh. Because for me, I can just keep going. So it's full.
I just put it there.
Again, go back. Press that. Now, one variable stats. I know, but I press it again. It's weird. Because for other people, press it again. So enter. L1 is empty. Hold on. That. Edit. There's nothing there.
Oh, I had it all there.
We still remember.
Did it all?
Edit. Okay.
Oh, his is there. What? Where's mine?
And Sarah. And Sarah. Is the OS, is that the standard?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's sigma.
How many decimal points do you want to throw in?
So.
So the 0 and the X.
Yeah, that's standard.
Oh, you can use a different one. One very that. Let me press enter. Yeah.
Then we go to Watertown, my fucking home.
Yeah.
Maybe have like once you get your numbers down, I'll tell you from the list and that's all we need. So here it is. The mean is the first one. Let's round to the nearest tenth. So for me, like I want to round to right there, but my next number is bigger than a 5, so I got to call that 12.6. All right, so round your mean to the nearest tenth. So for me, I'm at 12.6. And there's your sigma, right? There's standard deviation. Nice. I want to round to the nearest hundredth, so that's 2 decimal places. Again, I got to bump up my next number there because my 7 is 5 or bigger, so 4.34. Okay, so enter that. Calc. Enter.
Oh,
Okay, so at the top, there is your average.
Yeah.
So 17.7 or 17.8? Very next number is a 5 or above. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
So 17.8. And then the sigma, remember that's our standard deviation. So we're going to round to 2 decimal places. So 3.64 or 3.65? So let's get your standard deviation kind of calculator as well. Go back to that. Okay, so. Yeah, so you want just each of these separately, yeah, so one of them and the next one and the next one. So let's go to the nearest tenth, so just 1 decimal place. So instead of 17.9, it's actually 18. What about 18.0? I know we're rounded to that spot.
0.
Go to the top, so up, click on L1, and clear. back to that's a long way for sure, but did you get your numbers down? But it's weird. But 16.0. Got it. Good. And what's cool about this, with the one variable stats, is it's doing all of the stuff in between. Look, the sum, right? That's sigma, right? Then they square them. Now there's two different populations. There's one where we use all 30. Remember how we divided by 29, like n minus 1? So there was one where we divided by 30 and one where we divided by 29. But there's n equals 30. Look, there's the minimum, Q1, the median, the max, like the whole box plot, all the data is right there. There's a 5-number summary. So nice. So it does both. It does like all of last chapter and all of this chapter all in one spot. And I wish that I knew this app existed because I would have just done that last. But that's okay. Let me help Gian make sure it's all good. And then we'll just turn the page and make sure that we're good to go. Enter one more time. Stack. First one. First one, that's your average. Nice. Now, we just want nearest 10, so your one decimal, so call it 17.6. Okay, that's so the deviation index that's sigma x, right? So 3.5. But we're gonna go to the near of that one. So 3.5. Not too this. So we want not this.
Oh, no, I need a good.
3.5. Would that be 7 or should we go up to 8? 3.5. There you go. Nice. All right, turn the page. Let's at least get ourselves ready for Wednesday. If you decide you want to just take tomorrow off and knock it out on Wednesday, that's cool. So there is a spot. Let me do this. Back here. There's a spot on this page for you to write down your mean and standard deviation again, so you don't have to keep flipping back and forth. So in this spot right here, okay, write down whatever your stuff was from the bottom of the last page. So for me, 12.6 and 4.3. Okay? And eventually what you'll do is you'll come down to here and you'll say, oh, okay, so you want me to draw this thing out? Cool. My mean goes in the middle. I'm going to add standard deviations going up. I'm going to subtract standard deviations going down. And what we did with this one is we took some slices and we talked about what each of those pieces were worth from that empirical, right? So you've got these sections here, 34, 34. 13.5, 13.5, 2.35, and 0.25. Okay, and so when I say on this second page, so fellas, just turn to the back of that page. You'll see there's a spot up at the top right here. Yeah. You already found the mean and standard deviation, but it's like, I don't want to have to flip back and forth to keep doing it. So just copy it from the last page and just put them right there. This way you can fill out the whole page as you go. And then we'll pick that up on Wednesday. Perfect. That worked out really well. Awesome. Oh, that was fun. Thank you, guys.
Have a good day, Rosie.
Thanks. See ya.
Hey, Rosie.
Later. Folks at home, I will see you tomorrow, and we will do that when you're here. So when you guys go home tomorrow, like, you can keep working. Like, you can just keep going through this, but we'll have time in class on Wednesday. If you have stuff you need to get caught up on,